Oh, Taro. I'm gonna play a little vintage story. Dredge up my old game. I would play on the server for a little bit, but I am on hold waiting for some stuff, and it's just gonna be a short, chill little thing of just me vibing. Look at kitty sitting on my desk, trying to sleep, and I keep poking her. Yeah, I know, I keep poking you. Yes, you are. Sitting on my desk. Sitting on my desk. Being cute. Nope. We're still loading. What's up, Sparky? Welcome. Oh, you're gonna hear my kiddo in the background watching TV. She's watching funny animals on YouTube. Alright, here we go. Loading in. Oh. How you been, Sparky? Ooh. It has been a long time. It's been a little over a month since I last streamed. A lot of it's due to work. Stepdaughter moved in, so we have an extra person in our household. So we have two baby girls now living at home. Then just stuff's been busy. So the oldest moved in back home Father's Day weekend, so it's been just very busy here, dealing with a lot of stuff. She's looking for a job, trying to get herself situated, so since she's older, she wants to eventually move out and get her own place, so we're doing stuff like that. Don't cancel on me. But this is so it's been busy. Yeah, definitely. It's been since the server's still actually up. I still have it running. I did have to turn the server off for Marchlight. What was it? 2 days ago, I had to turn it off for a little while because we had nasty thunderstorms and our lights were flickering, and I did not want to accidentally hard crash the server. So let's see. My stuff is all still here in my tiny little shit shack. My little shack. My messed up door. Oh, be nice to the kitty. If she's mad, don't make her madder. Oh, doggos. Kitty's like, no. I think she wants nap time. Just put her down, kiddo. Oh, is she hooked on you? She wants... Kid's like, you will spend time with me, dang it. Cats.
Don't you... What was that for? What was that for? Put her down. What was the grabbing of her face for? She didn't bite you. She didn't even nip at you. She just meowed. Was that necessary, Bean? And then you wonder why she's doing that.
Mad. Kitty mad.
Wait, no!
Steak.
Alright, what do we got going on here? I can't remember what I was doing with this one.
No?
Get. I'm gonna tie you up.
No. Pupper's just being a butthead. She smushed in there. I saw her.
Babe.
What? I saw her. Yeah, I said I saw her.
Oh.
I saw her. Alright. What do I need? Tiny animal. Cat's just cranky. Set up. No, that's driftwood.
She gets you good. It's on you. You can't be mad at the cat. And I don't want to hear no crying.
Alright, what do we need or want? Can't remember. We do need to eventually build the house up. So we are building, we're building right here around this nice flat area. We're on the ocean. Question is, what do we want to build out of? That is the question. Okay, and geese.
Huh?
She said the opposite way when it is.
Cat's just like, no, human, leave me be.
She's not trying to get away.
She's just being angry to be angies.
Yes.
Cat's being angry to be angry. Alright, we got some birch. I can't remember. Got some juniper berries. Probably dead. Alright. Let's see. Can't remember what other stones were on the island. Here's some clay, which I think there's some more clay over there. Caramel. Or Mystique. Mystique. Come here. Get down. Is that a different ruin? It is. Let's go check it out. Mistake. Let's go see what this one is. I can't remember if I dug this one up. Ah, mistake. Now enough's enough.
That's why I'm picking her up.
Hey, what do we say? Sit. Easy. Easy. Sit. Easy. Hey. You look at me, puppers. Easy. Okay, come here. Bring her.
This is why I picked her up again.
She wants... Nope, hang on. You want to sit. I know. Come here. Come here. You sit. We sit. You sit. Calm down.
She's a cutie pie.
Yeah, you calm down. Yeah, you calming down now?
Now you, come sit with me.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Kitties. Kitties angies.
See, this all you wanted?
Kitty angies.
Oh, you want it. Oh, you want
Angies.
it. Drop it. Drop it.
Your tail's all twitchy. There you go. All right. There we go. Now she's calming down a little bit. Not perfectly, but she's calming down a little bit. Not so much angy kitties. Oh, is this one of those little tombs? It is. I do not have the tool to chop that down. You're fine, Bean.
I accidentally hit the monitor that's in front of your...
Yeah, try not to aim for that monitor, okay?
I know, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Let's see, do we have anything down here? Wonder if we're gonna get any dry stone. I think dry stone is where we find basements, is what I was reading again last time I was... Cobble. Chances of us finding dry stone in here is probably very low. That's all cobble. Digging a hole. make it? Yeah, I made it. Okay, that one didn't really have anything to it. Let's see. It's getting dark and spooky. I just watched something yeet itself into oblivion. What was it? Was it a bunny or a fox? Hmm. Yes, I know. Okay. Please stop, Bean. Just going crazy with the tossing of the ball, okay? That's fine. Alright.
Ow! Hey!
Let's see what we got going on. Oh, I got a boot. Alright. Stole my door. I don't have a broken door anymore. Woohoo! You know what I really need? Where's my seeds? Do I have any tree seeds? I don't think she needs to go out, Bean. She's just out not that long ago. Got sub-assembly part. Am I all out of seeds? I am all out of seeds. Let's see. I go water my plants. Well, they're not doing so bad. We need to grow. Hopefully I can get this pink apple tree to grow. That would be nice. I'm mowing the grass. Hmm. Yes, I know. I'm hungies. Quit complaining. Clothing. More clothing. Did I seriously eat all my food? I did. Oh well. Well, that's not going to work in my favor then. Vintage beef. Yay, food. I don't know how long that vintage beef has been down in that place I found it, but it probably was a very long time ago. Survivor's mask. Oh, that's where I found all those windows. My clay forming's still going. Leave it, pups. I need... Not working in my favor. The only problem with living in a plains is I gotta run to go find trees. I ended up in a hole. I hear it. Time to avoid it. Bye-bye. We're going this way. We'll go this way to get trees. Not that way. Going the wrong way. I can't remember if these are bushes or trees. I'm doing this the wrong way. But I can't see. Is that a squirrel? Yeah. And it's raining. I already robbed this dude's grave. That's right. Is that amaranth? Fireweed. Dang. I'm not tropical enough. Ooh, give me that sweet copper. Tree. Maple log. Are there any other trees? That's an oak. Maple. I got a big one. Might break my axe. Nope. Not prepared for that yet. I got a seed. Oh, so much more. Think. Can I make seeds? I can. Horsetail and a knife. Okay. I'm so glad I put that mod in there that allows for wild farming. What is this? Lily of the Valley. Okay. Let's see. Need to head this way. Big ruin. Uh-oh. Oh, shit! 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 Ah! I got eaten by a cow. Cows are not nice in this game. I don't know why I added the cows in for a mod, but... Grow my tree. Is my clay farming done yet? No. Cook faster. Ow. Okay. Hey, look, it's daytime. Ow. Give me good stuff. Give me good stuff. Where is it? Ow. Ow. Ah. Oh, did make it. I was killed by a surface shiver. Dang it. That's right. Death. Oh, got knocked over. Oh, this is a bad idea. I should get out of the territory because that's just going to keep getting more and more crowded. My gear is spinning the opposite direction. It was going, "You're insane!" Ooh, lightning. Am I still glowing? No. Oh, wolf. Run! He's gonna eat my bum. Doo doo doo. Alright. We need to head back, like, north that way. Hello. Alright, let's see. Heading north, right? Okay. This is not Minecraft. This is actually Vintage Story. Gotta head this way. So Vintage Story is actually made by an old oh, I'm gonna die. Hightail Dev. It was originally started as a mod for Minecraft, but they made it into its own game. That chicken is running away from you. Yep. It's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna get killed by this cow again. No, eat me. Alright. Got anything to trade? He is selling hunting dogs. Ooh. Black bronze falcons. Fur coat. Bismuth bronze tools. Not bad. Black bronze. Oh, but what he buys is ridiculous. Honey? No. Wool. Copper ingots. He'll buy sticks, though. Yes, there are, so, let me... Apparently right now my current opponent is the cow that, for the mod that I added in, that adds cows. Cows are not tame. So the livestock in this game are not tamed automatically. I got murdered by a cow. Yeah, so livestock are not automatically tame. But the monsters in this are, let's see if they're still over here. So we got this little guy here. This is called a drifter. Oh, he gave me some gray wool fiber. They look like little clay monsters. But every once in a while, let's see. Low activity for Rift. So what you get are these, like, I don't know how else to describe them other than they look like floating sphincters. They're just like little portals, and they create these rifts, and from them spawn monsters such as shivers, drifters, and Botorin. The Botorin basically, they shoot barbs through their body, by way of basically inside out rib cage using sinew. And then the shivers look like a humanoid creature that crawls on all fours and has a face that is split like in 4 sections. It's really creepy monsters compared to like what you're used to of a Minecraft monster. Try to see if I can find any. Of course, when I want them. This one is so the closest relative to this game in a Minecraft sense would be Terra Firma Craft. They have very similar hardcore grinding features. However, this one has taken that genre of and expanded upon it immensely. So it's got its own story. It has a very so for example, did I get my wood? Yes. So like to give you an idea, this is like my character. I've got my little mask on and everything. And you're kind of very long and lanky. You are not human. So like the trader guy, if you kind of noticed when I was standing next to him, I was real tall compared to him. He's a human. So I hear a noise. Can't tell if it's a waterfall or bees. I think I'm near bees. Yeah. I gotta mark that on the map. I found some bees. Yeah, it is definitely a similar blocky survival craft game. But I mean, like you have to do a lot more with it. So like for example, let me pick up the stone. So like if I want to make a tool, I have to like nap the tool, nap it, and I gotta shape it out like by hand. I'm gonna grab. I don't want to make. No. So like I can make a shovel head by chipping away at the other pieces. But yeah. I'm gonna make another. Is that the shovel head? We'll make an axe head. So I have to nap everything together to make it so that I can make my tools and then put them together with sticks. All that fun stuff. And then I need to harvest some copper. Trying to look for more surface copper so I can then smelt it down so I can make copper tools. So once I get copper tools, I can then start mining. Because you cannot break rock by hand or with wooden tools. You can't even you can't make a pickaxe at all unless it's in copper. So, it's pretty cool. It's a fun one. So, one of the things I'm looking for is I need 40... Never heard of that one. I'll have to look into it. But, I got sucked into this one by a friend. Copper! How much copper do I have? I need to get 40 milliliters of copper. So this is, or 40 units of copper, I should say, not milliliters. 40 units. I've got 20 pieces smelted into one ingot, so I think I have 40 now. Hopefully I have enough for an axe, a pickaxe, and a hammer. If I have enough for a pickaxe and a hammer, I can start mining. Yeah, it's actually a relatively old game. A lot of people really haven't gotten into it a lot yet. Mostly because it's like a lot of people think it's going to be just like Minecraft. It is nowhere close to Minecraft. Like in Minecraft, you can bypass, you know, and go right to diamond as soon as you find them and have a iron pickaxe to mine it. But in here, as you can see, I have 18 pieces or 18 nuggets of copper. 20 nuggets will make one pickaxe head or one copper ingot. And in order to mine properly, you need to have 40 nuggets, because you need both a pickaxe head and then you need a hammer head, because if you go mining, you don't get nuggets, you get raw copper. So you have to then crush the raw copper into nuggets or chunks or pulverized or however you want to call it, and then you take that pulverized and then it's very hardcore. It's a very different mindset. And that is, for example, this game that I am in, this game, I have 8 hours in this save file, okay? I have 8 hours in this save file. I have quite literally built a earth house made out of just a fancy looking earth. It's called a rammed earth, so it doesn't collapse because gravity does exist in this game. And cave-ins can happen. So, and then I've got my little farm started, and they take a really long time to grow. There's nutrients you need to keep track of, and soil and irrigation and all that other stuff. And yeah, this is 8 hours of gameplay, and I basically have a dirt hovel and bits and pieces I've robbed from. Oh yeah, gravity does work on blocks here. So let me show you an example. Let me grab some dirt. Oh, so we got some, actually. Do I have regular? I've got some earth. So here's some dirt. And let me see if I can grab... Do I have any sand anywhere? That's soil. See if I've got any sand anywhere. I may have actually gone through and panned all my sand, because panning is a thing. That's how you get a lot of resources, is through panning stuff, by panning it in water. See if I have any more. I might have panned all my good stuff. All my sand and gravel. Because that's how you get like some excess nuggets. But, so for example, if I take this dirt here and I build up, right? Okay. So you can't just, I mean, in some games, like right now, I can build a dirt tower up, right? Like normal. But, so I have dirt gravity turned off for this save file. But if I come over to, I think there's some sand over here. Yeah, there's sand over here. So if I come over here with the gravel and the sand, let's see. Where are we? But yeah, the gravity, you can even turn on cave-ins. So like you have to have like support systems where the stone will actually cave in on you and everything. I think I ended up turning off some of those features. Except cave-ins. I think I left cave-ins on. But yeah, you can turn on a lot of different features. The customization is massive. Let's see if I can find some gravel. Oh, there should be some over here. It's a baby bunny. Yeah. Ah, here we go. Yeah, it's a really good game. And it's actually it's not that expensive by way of the games that you get. So okay, so here we got some sand. So if I were to take this sand and place it and then place this, okay? Like certain things are going to collapse. Like so if I, for example, I take this out, you know, obviously sand works, but you notice it went over here. Instead of like, it like rolled sideways, instead of just dropping straight down, it rolled in a different direction. Yeah, it's like gravity is an interesting thing in this game. But to give you an idea, let me go back here. So like when you go to start a new game, all right, I gotta let it do its thing. So let's say I want to make a new game, okay? And I create a new world. You get standard, exploration, survival, homo sapien, creative building. Creative is obviously creative, but standard is your standard survival. Exploration is more on the exploring the world. Survival is more challenging. Greater focus on survival, less focus on exploration and building. Homo sapien is basically you are like the first human. So if I were to come in here, one of the things you can do before you hit create is go customize. So you can turn on like basically a hardcore element where you can lose the world after X number of deaths. You can change your starter climate. You can have a grace timer, which means the mobs either spawn right away and then up to 10 days, I think is what the max is. Punishments for death, keep inventory or no, and you have to go get your inventory. How long things sit for. Then you've got your survival challenges, which is seasons. You can select how many days, and it tells you how many real life hours it equals. You got winter, so black gravity here. I've got sand and gravel, and then I can do sand, gravel, and soil with sideways instability, which means if I'm walking on a pile and it's not stable to the left or right of it, it will fall and collapse while you're walking on it. It's very dangerous to do that. If you are walking over an open cave and you don't realize it, you will fall. You can have lightning start from, or fire start from lightning, allow farming underground, prevent source blocks from transporting. And all like it, this part down here is basically like the equivalent of like your typical like Ark survival evolved-esque style, speeds, aggressive creatures. Then you can choose how the blocks chisel, what blocks you can and cannot chisel. Block chiseling comes standard in this game. You do not need a mod in order to chisel blocks. You can do anything you want with chiseling. You can add blocks to other blocks. You can do a lot of stuff. Then you can change the world type, world map, color map. You can choose, there's clutter that you can find in the ruins, and you can choose if you want to have to glue it or not. The temporal stability is the rift storms that happen. They are the monsters, world generation, how much land there's going to be, how little land, how much ocean, how big the world is, how little the world is. You can make it from, I think, 8 million blocks to like 30, like really tiny. You can do tons of settings, and then you can turn on and off multiplayer if you want that. So, like for example, this one setting I'm at 9 hours and 12 minutes. And chiseling is fun, though. I should probably have gone back and gone to the creative world so I can show you chiseling. But chiseling is fun. You can literally chisel down to a single voxel, just like you would with chisels and bits. But the nice thing is that you don't have to hold on to like in the chisel and bits mod. You don't have to hold the bits. Like they don't go anywhere. You don't have to have a bag of bits sitting in a corner somewhere that you're going to hold on to. They basically just are stored in the block data. And you can then add other blocks into it. I'm going to go into the creative world here for a second and break that up. So I don't want to hit cancel when it's trying to load right now, so it's thinking. But let me exit out of this, and I'll go to the creative world I have to practice my chiseling. So if I go into my creative world, it's the nice thing is the creative world is exactly what you think of like a Minecraft creative world. It is a flat world. I mean, well, creative world is a flat world. It's basically a super flat Minecraft type world, which is nice. You have access to spawn in everything. So ugh, my nose itches. Itchy. So let's see. I might need to make another iced coffee here in a second. I am. But so like for example, I made a round door in with chiseling. So like this entire door frame is made. This rounding here is 100% chiseled. All of these side panels here are chiseled. This is side panel here is also chiseled. This is made up of 3 different block types. This is made up of 3 different block types. This window is made up of 2 different block types in order to achieve the chiseling here. So that's all chiseled. Then I made this rounded roof or rounded door frame over here. So this one is also chiseled. And then I did chisel, like I used the chisel to bring the block, the depth of the face of these blocks a little bit shallower. So I could make like a little windowsill stick out and then put this little kickboard in. But yeah, you can do a lot with chiseling. And all you need is the right chiseling tools. I have a chisel tools mod that I've added to this. But as you can see here by the ground, I did take a piece off of the stone, but it's really nice. So, but let me bring up a block here. Just grab a cobblestone. I hope I call it cobble correctly. I need just... I just need a plain cobblestone. Just grab pumice for right now. So if I just set this down right here. Where's my hammer? Okay, so if I grab my hammer, or grab my chisel, I right click on a block, it makes it a chiselable block. And if I hold F, it gives me the different options. I can do a 1x1 chisel, I can do a 2x2, I can do a 4x4, I can do an 8x8. Now an 8x8 will take it out like a whole quarter. I can add to it. So like for example, say I do like I want to do like a nice little trim. Okay. And then let me go into my bag and grab obsidian. Okay, let's just grab some polished obsidian. All right, so if I hold F down and I hit the little, take the block and drag it from the plus symbol, now I can grab it and do the opposite and I can put a block in. Now, as you can see, I don't have any little bits floating around. And then if I go in here and I change it, I can do, oh, I don't like it all the way. I'm just going to do part of it. You don't have to hold on to little bits here and there, which is really nice. and I can go through and replace it. But once you chisel it, see how this says pumice cobblestone, and then if I look over here, it says chiseled block. It does change the naming convention. So if I were to pick this up, it would say that it's a chiseled block, which is pretty nifty. But yeah, chiseling is really a nice feature that they did in this game. The fact that it's like standard with the game is really good. I've been doing if I hop, I don't have pictures of it. I might have pictures of it. Let me double check my scoot your butt, kitty. Let me see if I've got. Let me go to my pictures. Oh, I do have some of it. Okay, so here's what I started on our server that we're working on. I started doing, so this is a quartz block, and then this is a mudstone. So I'm trying to chisel a barn so that I have a barn look. Oh, that's the elephants. And then on the top of it, I'm actually chiseling it to look like a straw-strewn floor by putting it so it covers, like, you know, certain areas are going to have the wood peeking through. And this is all, this entire path here from the door to where I'm standing is all done using chiseling to get meshing an oak plank with a strewn straw floor. So that way I could create this look like somebody's been walking through it and strewing straw all over the floor. And then I think, yep, that's the two chiselings that I've done there. So, but yeah, it is a long process game. It's a fun game. It's one where you don't realize you're spending a lot of time in until all of a sudden you've spent all your time there. But yeah, it's a fun one. They're about to drop a new update soon that's going to add like ocean life. So they're adding in the coral reefs. They're going to be adding in schools of fish. You can't really, fish don't work the same like we think of Minecraft schools of fish. They're like little tiny pixel sized schools of fish. Kitty, get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. I know. Yes. But so they're adding wavy sand. They're adding in a bunch of new features. They're adding in, so this will be, so we're currently in chapter 2 of the story on this version. They're going to be adding in, is it chapter 3? I think that's either chapter 3 or we might already be in, we might be in chapter 1 and they're adding chapter 2. So there's supposed to be 8 chapters to the story. And they're still adding more chapters to the story as it goes. All right. Ooh. I'm gonna need more cattails. But the nice thing is too, also, if you're not used to playing this game, the one really nice thing is that if you hit default command H, it brings up the guidebook. There is a survival guidebook. Most mod makers also put in survival guide. You can, it's basically the equivalent of JEI and so it's JEI plus a how-to guide. So for example, if I type in 101, so, or actually, I think it's getting started, right? I'll say, so starter guide. So if I just click the starter survival guide, it walks you through how to start the thing, and you can click all these different things and get like links, progression guide, you know, how to make steel, how to mechanize glass, iron, panning. You know, it tells you, you can go back through, you know, look at an overview of everything, hit, Then you can close it. Tutorials, everything, guides, all this interesting stuff. So it's really nice that they have an in-game guide. That is some cows. We're gonna come over here. I am not ready to tame cows yet. Nowhere close. Oop. I'm in a hole. And there's a drifter. Ow, don't throw rocks at me. Caves are highly dangerous, by the way. So, one of the things of note, too, is the deeper you go, the more insane you go. So the little gear in the middle of my screen, the little green gear. So as you go deeper, the more time you spend underground, the more it turns counterclockwise. If it starts turning counterclockwise, you actually will eventually go insane. Which is interesting, because if you start typing... your typing turns gibberish. It's kind of funny. And you sound very robotic, which is hilarious too. What are you? You are a fox. Ah, it's a rift. It popped open right here, so that's a rift. Ooh, I'm thirsty. I did add a mod that makes you... Ah, it's saltwater. Dang it. Oh. Okay, so... Wow, there's 3 right here. That's not good. Apparently, they want me to go insane. But if I stand in it, my gear starts spinning, and then what happens is the gears, and I start connecting to the Rift world. And the world starts warping and changing around me. And my temporal stability starts tanking, and if I get out of it, eventually... But that's what happens when you have a temporal storm, is like the entire world just goes nutty. We're at very high, that's why. We're gonna have to go hide, I think, pretty soon. This is gonna be fresh water. Gotta head home. Temporal area, the temporal activity or rift activity is high. Gotta go check on my pit kilns. Hey, it's a little crab. I love the critters mod. It is so cute. Oh, and this game comes with integrated out of the box modding API, which means mods are already ready to go, like seamlessly addable. So it's not like you don't need to have a third-party thing to mod the game. It is already integrated and seamless. My pit kilns are done! Alright, so we got pickaxe, nails and strips. We got our hammer. We got our fox. Now the question is, do we have the ability to do this? Shoot, I don't know if we do. Okay, we're not going to do those two. Those are like a last minute resort. I'm just walking all over my stuff. Okay, we're going to put that in there. I need to make a storage system for my molds. Because I put the molds mod in so I can be lazy and just pour nails and strips because I don't want to hammer them out. Alright, where's my crucible? Dang it, I forgot. I need... Where's my wood? There it is. Maple. Take my axe. Yay, broke it. It's okay, it's enough to get it started. Okay. Take my crucible. How much do I have? How much copper do I have? I have 27 here. Plus 18. We're at 45. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put that 5 back. That is lead. And that is nothing I can use. I can make a copper ingot out of that. That's silver. That's 2 copper ingots. I might be good. I might be able to make some nails and strips, which means I can make... I didn't make a saw blade mold. Dang nabbit. Okay. I need to get... Where's my... There's my clay. Clay forming! Do I have a saw blade mold? Where is it? Where is it? Chisel, shears, scythe, saw blade. There you are. Making my mold. Alright. Gotta cook that outside. In my pit kiln. Is there anything else I need to make? Can't think of anything. Question is, do I have enough? I only have 7 sticks. Darn nabbit. I need 1 to make that. So we need more sticks. Man, these guys are coming out in force. See if I can get some sticks from this tree right here really quick. Oh, it's a blowtorn. You're gonna try and shoot me. Did I get any sticks? No, of course not. Do I have any alder tree? I think. I think I should be able to get some sticks out of this. Ooh, I get tired. Still very high. All right. La la la. Where is my thatch? My dry grass. And my sticks. All I gotta do is put my dry grass down, put my sticks down. Now I need to grab peat. And then light this puppy on fire. I have a pit kiln. You gonna light? There we go. Now be lit. I'm probably gonna need to do this. Because I'm gonna probably need to keep some of this out here. I don't want to do that. I want... Alright. And then... Where did I put that sand? So I can take my sand and put it there. Grab my little pan and go bloop. And pan while it's nighttime. Is my inventory empty enough to be... Wait, where did this come from? Is that new? Oh, I got another one of those. Cool. The creepy things are outside. One 1.1. Vegetables 0.86. 0.89. 0.89. 0.89. Oh. We're gonna put you guys in there. You just last a bit longer. H. Vertical rack. Oh, I don't have blanks. Never mind. I need a saw blade sooner rather than later. Okay, back to panning. Eat, eat, eat. Alright, let's go. More panning. Do. Ooh, we are running out of room. Ooh, I got some. Quartz junk. Nice. Running out of room. So many clothes. That's the problem. Alright, we're gonna put our little pan down. I'm wondering if I should make more baskets. Or if I should wait. Because I can make more copper. I think, can I put these in here? 300 units, 500 units. So I can make a better weapon. I really don't need the weapon. What was the thing I wanted? Where did I put it? Nails and strips. Nails and strips. Put my bony ribcage in the corner, right? That'll look good, right? Can I put it in the water? Yeah! Alright. Ooh. Shoot. I know what I'm forgetting to do. This is gonna suck. Do I have enough rammed earth to make this so I don't have to go outside? I have 2. I can make more. Making some rammed earth. There we go. All right. Okay, we're gonna do something probably very dangerous. And stupid. Ow, get out of here. Okay. I didn't say I was being smart. Go away, Drifter. Go away. Oh, that's a bow-torn bow. It's gonna hurt on so many levels. Of course. so I need a 2x2 space. Woody? Huh?
Can Rosalie spend the night tomorrow? But Grandpa said it's okay if you say it's okay.
Huh?
Can Rosalie spend the night tomorrow?
What's the answer do you think is gonna be?
But Grandpa said it's okay if you guys say it's okay.
Okay, but didn't you do something that made it so that you can't have friends?
Ah, here's the thing. You said I'm grounded until Saturday. Tomorrow's Saturday, which means I'm technically not breaking the rules.
You have to talk with Dad first. Before
Okay,
anything
fine.
else. Hang on, hold on. Probably not tomorrow, though. We have company coming over tomorrow.
That's what time she came.
No. Don't worry about Rosalie. We're about figuring out. We have stuff going on tomorrow. We're busy tomorrow, remember? Again, we are busy. Not everything revolves around your friend's schedule. Go talk with Dad for right now about it. Go talk to Dad. We'll discuss that in a little bit. I should make this, like, taller, but... Okay. I already know what the answer's gonna be. My kid's like, I want to have friends spend the night. And I'm sitting here going, yeah, that ain't gonna happen, probably. Sorry. I love you, but no. I'm gonna get killed. Yep. I knew it the second I popped my head up. By the way, this is a mod in case anybody is questioning. You do not respawn at your bed like Minecraft. You respawn at world spawn if you die and do not have a temporal gear. Temporal gears is how you set your spawn. I am actually using the mod bed spawner to allow me to respawn at a bed. Because I don't like not being able to spawn at a bed in early game. It is very much difficult, especially if you travel great distances. It is actually quite not fun. Alrighty, I need more firewood. Okay. Oh, this is nowhere close to enough. I need a lot more firewood. we doing? Still going on that one. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just placing stuff out of the way. Get it out of the way! Charcoal pit is working. Do I have any more luggies? I think I have some in here. No. This one. I do not. Saving my larch logs for other stuff. Yay! I think I had some more metal doors. Like this. The bow torns are gonna get me. Angie boys. See if I can get back into that ruin and see if I can break those doors with my very not so great weaponry. Can't remember if there were more doors down here. No, there was just the one door. Oh, nope. I'm out. Kinda you again. Okay, this is the one that had all the cool stuff in it still that I haven't fully finished taking apart. More glowy bits. I think I can wear this. I thought you could put like the deformed human skull somewhere. It was like really weird. Forgot. Wasn't there supposed to be like cold fire pit? Gotta get me some clutter. But first. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Can I actually take this with me? That'd be hilarious. Or does it break? Unusable clutter. I have a coffin. Yee. Why? Because why not? Can't remember if that was the only age children's toy. Oh, yeah, I stole the only good door. That was the iron door. I left the junky doors. I'm gonna place my banner on the wall. Oh, it's being blocked. Dang it. Nothing like more usable junk that I don't need. But I got head. This is kind of what everybody's like first house looks like. It's just filled to the brim with just miscellaneous random stuff. I need to go chop down a couple more trees. No, it does not ward off evil. I just found it in the ruins of this church over here. From long civilizations past. There is a bone helmet you can put on that is like... looks like a human skull that you can wear. Oh, it's kind of funny though. Alright. Chickens aren't happy. Alright, let's see if I can find a large tree. So I can get... oh, this will be perfect. Probably gonna break my axe and then some. Let's go break the axe. Please do not kill me. Make me mess this tree up. I'm gonna be mad. Oh, it did now. Now you have to die. Ugh. Where did you guys come from? And you gifted me with... What did you gift me with? Flax fibers. Woot. Oh, no. Oh, I forgot. That's the square. Oh, I'm gonna die. Uh-oh. I forgot that was that square that was producing just a solid black chunk, so things kept spawning in there. I was trying to figure out why the chunk was black, like all black, but like, cause it was like just a square chunk on the map that was just like solid black. I started getting rid of the... I mean, technically they don't live here. They live in the Rift world. They live on the in the Rust world. They live over there. They keep coming through the rifts. So technically, they are here on my house. Heal up. Oh. Ooh. Still cooking. Oh, did it unlight when I did the roof? Shoot. Did it burn itself out? I bet you it did. It probably got wet. Alright. Looks like we're gonna have to find a different tree to chop down. That's like... Ugh. There's another rift. Yay. What's my rift activity at? Low. Why are you all here? They are just here to cause chaos. That's why they're here. That's a cow. That's death. Cow's gonna kill me. What do we got going on over here? Chaos is fun. In this game, chaos just becomes chaos. I need more than one. What we got over here? This is just sticks. Okay. I live in a life of abject chaos most days. I mean, that's what happens when you have 2 kids. So, chaos reigns. It's an everyday occurrence. Techno, thank you for the follow. Or Technico, sorry. I mispronounced it. That's a big tree. Hopefully I can get some leaves. Broke my axe. Again. Need more sticks. Need more sticks. Always need sticks. Yes, I know. I'm thirsty. Look, there's water right here. Lunch. No lunch. Dang it. Alright. I think I have some more logs back at home. We're gonna have to just see if we can fill up this charcoal pit and get it started. I need charcoal. I need it, or I can't get into the Copper Age. We'll have reached 10 hours in this game before we have made it to Copper. Which is about right, actually. Not gonna lie. I mean, I could speedrun this and really have gone hard, like stayed at my starter area, grinded up, and probably could have reached the Copper Age within the first, I would say, 6 hours. But I feel like in order to truly enjoy the game, you gotta do it in, like, no time. Oh, I got just enough flint to make. Time to make the flint head, axe head. Alright. Helpers, what are you doing? Are you eating things you shouldn't? Get out of the bowl. Get over here. Get over here. You leave that alone. Yeah? Hi, puppies. What are you doing? Are you eating kielbasa? That's not for you. That's not for you. You don't get kielbasa and rice. Alright, making some more firewood. I got 8 pieces out of that one. Oh, nope. I need... Where's all my logs? I may have to tap into my larch log inventory. I don't want to, but I need the wood. It only gives me 20 though. Shoot. Yeah, I don't have enough. I need... So 32 is 1 stack, so I need a lot more wood. wonder if I can turn some of this stuff over here into firewood. Can't remember. Very HD part. This is a chisel block that won't convert. Sorry, squirrel, but lunch is necessary. You gave me nothing, dude. Could you? Alright. We are now in desperate need of trees. I need charcoal. One cannot have copper without charcoal. Ooh, what tree is this over there? Okay, so there's 3 of that. If you give me a minute, I can show you the spooky part. It's not really spooky. I don't know what you define as spooky, but let me go over here where that rift was. So obviously you saw some of the mobs that were over there. So one of the things that it has is these rifts, and that's where the monsters come from. They come from the Rust world. So if you look at like the center of my screen where there's that little green gear, if it spins counterclockwise, you basically slowly kind of go insane. So for example, if I stand here in the rift, what'll happen is I will start going towards the rift world. So not rift world, the Rust world. So these giant gears pop out of the sky and sit in the skyline. And as you can see, my gear is high spinning counterclockwise and that it's going down. So as I stand here, I think Dave, where's Dave? Where's Dave? Where's the giant giraffe thing? But yeah, so this is the spooky part, is that these happen actually quite often. And like, as you can see, the ground is like morphing and twisting around you. So let me pull out of it and then go. Let's see if it'll do it. Okay, so I'm not insane enough, but when your gear goes down to 0, basically, when your sanity goes down to 0, let me see if I can get it down there. Yeah, so as you can see, like as I'm typing, it's like it's typing in like different. Oh, see, I drained it too much and now I'm taking damage. So I basically am at like, oh goodness, I'm actually inside the Rust world right now. And as I slowly cut to go, as it turns back towards the going clockwise, I will exit the Rust world and will kind of like, I'm filtering between the Rust world and the real world now. But as you can see, the world is like morphing around you. So, and if I keep typing, for example, if I were to type and go blah, it's gonna keep doing like gibberish and putting all these extra letters in there. And as I get more and more sane, the gibberish starts to go away. And you start to kind of go more sane. But you will take damage the longer you stay in the Rust world. Now, however, there are temporal storms where the Rust world meets this world. And when that happens, you do not go insane. The game does warn you of it, though. But you don't actually go insane. During those, your gear just, it's actually a storm that happens where that world crosses over into this world. But yeah, there's a huge lore behind it, and there is like stories that are attached to it where like there's like lore areas and stuff that you have to go to like understand why things happen the way they are. It doesn't just kill you. Like it doesn't just outright kill you. If you stay insane or in insanity too long, you take damage. It doesn't just out and out kill you. You just start taking a lot of damage. So like for example, one of the things that can also make you go insane too is if you are mining underground too long, you will actually start getting damage down there. And the deeper underground you go, the harder and harder the monsters are. So like right now we have the surface dwellers. So you've got the surface drifters, the surface Botoran, and the like the surface shivers. So if you were to go like Y level 0, okay, for example, you would start to run across like nightmare ones and so you get the nightmare double-headed drifters and all of them. They can like those guys could like a double-headed drifter can actually wipe out your health bar in like 3 swings. Oh no, not 3 swings, like 2 swings. It's actually worse than that. They're quite powerful. But yeah, it's one of those where it's a very interesting concept of how they did it. Yeah, you can't live underground, unfortunately. It's so I guess like the equivalent to like a Minecraft note would be is like you can't build, you know how you can't sleep in the Nether? The reason is because in this game you would basically go insane if you tried to live. And but there's actually a reason behind, there's a lore reason why you can't live underground. It's actually based in lore, which is interesting. Onion. So my gear is actually starting to spin clockwise, so I'm going... My gear is going up, my sanity is going up more and more. Which is good. Like in the server I play on, I was mining, and every time I'd go down the mines because of there was something. I think there's a structure down there, like an underground structure of some kind. But the deeper we would go underground, the more and more insane we would go. So we always had to trade off who would do the mining, for like until somebody would go more sane, because you would be mining and be going insane while you're trying to mine. Oh, I should make a prospecting pickaxe mold while I'm at it. Oh, that was a lot. Alright, I am out of... I am thinking... Do I have enough to make... Okay, let's see. Got a shovel. Let's see. Come on. Okay, fine. Doesn't like me napping there. Let's make another flint head axe. One cannot just punch the ground and get tools. Okay. Yep. Yeah, Vintage Story is actually a very harsh game to play, if you think of like all the mechanics behind it. But it's a fun game. It really is. It's if you are tired, it's one of those games where if you kind of always wish Minecraft was a little more realistic, a little bit harder, you know, a lot more not I don't want to say grindy because grindy is the wrong word. The best way I could describe it is feeling of accomplishment, I guess is the way I would put it. Then this will be a good game. Because, so like, for example, I have been playing this save for now 10 hours. The only reason I have copper tools is because I found them. Otherwise, I have not crafted a single copper tool of any kind. I have copper over here that I am going to be making. I have a pit kiln firing a saw blade. I have my charcoal pit over here trying to craft charcoal so I can then... Yes and no. I mean, it's kind of a yes and... I would say yes and no. I don't want to say yes, it's that for sure, but it's got the aspects like if you're bored of Minecraft, or you get bored of Minecraft easily, it has the things that most Minecraft players... Do I have enough? 32, 32, 32. Okay. Time to cover this up. I need to make my pit. Okay. I didn't want to place that. Dang it. Where is my dry grass? Dry grass. Fire pit. Charcoal pit. Yeah, I would say that. That's probably the better way to call it. More discovery through hardship is probably a much better term that I would use. Like, there's a sense of accomplishment. Like, like I said, I'm 10 hours in, and I am living in a dirt hut. The only reason I have fancy windows and a fancy door is because I robbed the ruin right next to me and stole all their stuff. I do not have the ability to craft leaded glass windows. I stole them. I went over there and pilfered everything out of that church. Not gonna lie. Hey, but you know what though? I don't feel bad because underneath that church there was a prison and they were doing experiments and a laboratory on people. So you know what? I don't feel bad about it. That's where I got all these. That's where I got all those. I got the little altar I stole over there. Don't feel bad at all. Now, where is my torch? Charcoal pit. Gotta light this sucker up. All right, charcoal pit, roughly. Don't hear burning. Like fire burning. Nope. Good. I hear the sound of rain. Which is fine. I'd rather hear the sound of rain than nothing at all. Are you almost done? Alright, where is my clay? Yeah, the only problem is that normally I would do a charcoal pit outside, but every time I try and go outside, I've been getting murdered by everything, so... But actually, this is technically the primitive survival way of making charcoal, is you actually have to smother it. It's the if I were to technically like live in this small space with these 2 fire pits, I'd be dead due to carbon monoxide poisoning. But we don't have to worry about that in the game. It has not been added yet. As far as I know. They did put some, you know, creativeness into the, like, creative liberties into... Oh, I have some already on me. All right, time to make a prospecting mold. Where are you? Prospecting pick mold. Clay forming. All right. Oh, went too far. Might be able to pick that up, put that in there. I have enough sticks that I can actually do several pit kilns. Do I have more peat? I do. Okay. I'm running out of room to stack stuff. Pit kiln. I gotta cook my mold. Got some charcoal burning. So one of the cool things is like with the guide there being a guide in the game. So if I do charcoal pit, if I type in charcoal. Okay, so charcoal burning. It tells you how to burn charcoal. Okay? And then once you get to a higher level. Yeah. Well, we don't have to worry about carbon monoxide right now. We do not have to worry about smoke inhalation or potential death due to poisoning. I gotta take my little mask off so you guys can see what my character looks like. There's my little character. I'm yellow with blue hair. I got yellow face with blue hair. And my traits are, oh yeah, I can make sewing kits for clothes. And that I learned. And then I can do, basically, I think this is a hunter. Yes, a hunter. So I'm claustrophobic and I do really sucky melee damage. So I really need to, oh, I need to not do that. I need to get my saw mold finished. And I need to get, so I can then turn this 500 units of copper into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have enough to make chests, which means I can then start making larger storage, which means I can then start making a house because I will be able to make planks once I have a saw. Because you cannot make planks unless you have a saw to saw wood down to planks. And then you can't make chests unless you have nails and strips in order to hammer everything together. I do have to start getting, when is it? It is May 16th. I think this is 20-day months, I think is what I set this to. So I am coming up to the end of my first month, and I need to get a cellar built because I need to take all of these ceramic looking vessels and I need to start preparing for winter because winter is no joke in this game. The animals in the game start losing weight. You need to have a farm. You need to have a lot of things ready to go for winter. Winter is no joke. It is harsh if you live in the northern climates. Like I live in a northern climate. Now, if I lived in a tropical climate, it would not be a problem. So if I were to travel like straight south and move into a more tropical climate where they have like the wood type kapok or bamboo or any of those, or capoke, I can't remember how it's pronounced. If I were to move down there, the journey is very long. So in order to get there, you kind of have to progressively move. I could have just headed straight south and made a raft and just headed there right away. But the thing that is also is, I'm trying to look at the map here. So basically I'm going to build up here, and then eventually build south. I want to move there. So the goal is to basically get built up, get a starting point, get a place where I can actually kind of make it to the point where certain things are available. Like, for example, fruit trees are really hard to grow in the southern climates, in the tropical climates. They usually grow in temperate zones. Crops grow okay, but it does get super hot. So the way crops work in this game, see if I have any seeds. I might not have any seeds to show you. Let me just bring up the guide and type in seeds. Okay, so like, for example, if I were to look at carrot seeds are cold resistant to negative 10 degrees Celsius and heat resistant until 32 degrees Celsius. So that's one of the reasons why I have my temperature, even though I usually use Fahrenheit for most things. I have converted it. I started using Celsius because in the descriptions they use Celsius. They do not convert in the descriptions or in the tooltips. They don't have a conversion in the tooltips yet. So typically when you get into the tropical areas in May and early June, your climate hits around 32 and 33 degrees Celsius right away. So by the time the summer months hit, like July, August, you are over that 32 degrees Celsius. So carrots will die and they won't grow. And that is the same for a lot of seeds. Onion is 40 up to heat resistant. Flax, I think, will grow up to 40. They're okay, but they're resistant to cold, to -5. You can build a greenhouse building to get an extra 5 degrees. Spelt, I think, is another one that will grow. Turnips are only up to 27, so you can't grow turnips. And the meals you prepare, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. Like, I can get maize seeds. This is part of a mod. Cosmopolitan regions, so I can grow corn. I have a lot of those. But, oh. Yeah, so it's really like I kind of want to find not quite the tropics, but not quite the temperate zone. I want to find the happy middle ground. That's where I eventually want to find a place to live. But my goal with this playthrough is to also locate. One of the things they have in this game is what are they called again? They're called like temporal. Okay, so I need a temporal gear, but it's where is it? Temporal. Oh my goodness. It's a... Oh my gosh, what is it called? It's a broken whatever it is. What is it called? It's called a broken... My brain needs to know what it is. Not that. Not chain. Oh my goodness, I can't think of it. There's a rift ward, which prevents the rifts from happening. Is it on the map if I were to put a pin down? I think... Translocator. That's what it's called. I couldn't think of the name of it for the life of me. Okay, so a translocator. So if you find a broken static translocator, one of the things you can do is you can travel, like teleport. But it's like they're daisy chained together, so you could like travel all over the world. My goal is to literally build little little mini bases near translocators. So like if I get to a zone, like say I find a tropical zone, I could basically follow a translocator and then, go back. The only problem though is that it's a one-way trip with a translocator. So you can only hop, skip, and jump one direction. It'll it's not a back and forth. It only goes to the next translocator. So you can't go back so if you go from translocator A to translocator B, you can't go from B to A. It's going to take you from B to C. It's a one-way trip. So, but you can use, because I have a mod in here, where is it? Recall flask base. So recall flask. So you can make a recall flask. And it is an ingredient for a recall flask, which is potion tea and a recall flask base. And it's from the mod alchemy. It teleports you back to your returning point. So if I can make that, then I could go to, like, say, I could follow translocators to a more nicer climate, and then if I need to go back to another place, I could go back to a returning point. Now, what it means by returning point, it means the point that your temporal gear is set to. So the way the game mechanic actually works is that if your temporal gear is your respawn point, I have a mod that has it where you respawn at a bed. Because this is a single player game and I don't care. But the only way recall flasks will work properly is if you have a temporal gear returning point. And the only way to get temporal gear is to A, find them, or B, kill the funky monsters and hopefully they drop them. Usually the best way to get them is to get them out of a rift storm and when there's tons of monsters and create like I don't know what else to call it except a safe space room where you can stab them and they can't stab you type of thing. And I am actually hitting, it is almost 9 o'clock. Whew. I think we're gonna have to call it here. Because I am tired and I have got kiddos to get to bed. So I think I have some family coming over tomorrow. So I might stream tomorrow night some more. I did have to change my schedule a lot, but I might stream tomorrow or Sunday. We'll see. But thank you all for being here. I'm going to call it, and you guys all have a good night. If I do not stream again and see you, you have a good weekend. All right. Thank you all for joining me. Bye, Mo.